Come and jump in the ride, hop on the bus. We gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up. Take you to a place where you can open up your mind. Say what you gotta say, and nobody blinks an eye. You on the long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts. You on the long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts, long bus, with short thoughts. At the bus stop and whatnot with some blunts in my lunchbox. Enough stock to last the whole show. Got a whole packed road. The place about to go, better keep your glass cold. I jump in, meet my other friends. Big respect, gotta show love to them. You wouldn't believe who the bumping in. Why you looking like that? You coming in? Anyway, this is Matt, that's Steve. What a rich dandy. There's Jason, there's Robin, that's the other Steve. This the whole damn team, the whole stampede. Welcome to the show. Go ahead and speak. Make yourself at home. Here, take a seat. Let your mind free. Hit a little tree. Take a little drink. Whatever you need. Whatever you need. Jump in the ride. On the bus, we gon' slide, be outside.
Hey, welcome to show 77. How we doing, guys?
We're good.
Good.
It's Friday.
It is Friday. Let's get the business out of the way here. Like, share, subscribe. We'd like to thank Habits Glass and Goodies. 3 locations here in Omaha. One on 84th and J, one on 101st and Maple, and one over on North 30th in the Florence neighborhood. We'd also like to thank Thirst Trap Mobile Wellness. They were in the studio over last week and IV'd us here, and I've been sleeping better this week, getting no leg cramps. But one more thing here, we got September 29th, the Walk to Prevent Suicide. The guys and I are getting off the bus and going for a walk, and something we believe in, and we will have some links in the video here that you can donate to the team and
or come walk with us.
We take that too. So I think they even take some volunteers, some stuff like that you could even volunteer your time if that's what you got. But so we're gonna welcome Tammy from Waco City today and her husband Derek. But I have been impressed by your song.
Thank you.
Because it takes some guts to put that stuff out there.
Yeah,
it does. So we're gonna are you a Nebraska native?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. Just always been around Omaha, or been?
Born in Omaha, but then kind of moved all over in my life.
All right.
So, yeah.
All right. I know you got some kids.
I do.
3 kids. Boys?
I got 6 kids altogether.
Hey. All right.
I do.
All right. What do you do for work? Is it just home mom, or are you working to support the dream?
So I work at a middle school, actually.
Okay.
I'm the secretary there.
The secretary? I'm surprised you're not the choir teacher or something.
I am not. I am not.
That's all right. We all have to do something to support what we want to do for real.
Yeah.
So I get that. Totally. What can you look back at something and say, this is what started my love of music?
My family. So my dad played music.
Okay.
So it's just that he had such an alcohol problem that's why there was we didn't be around my dad. We were for the first part of our life, and then my mom left him, and that's when we moved all over the place. Just kind of chaos, but he was in bands. He traveled. I mean, they did gigs locally. I know they did gigs all the way up in Canada.
Okay.
I mean, they were traveling.
Okay,
musicians.
So it was the family.
It was.
All right. Did mom always kind of harbor or help you, keep that alive, or?
Yeah, my mom was a music lover. I mean, there was music all the time in our house. I woke up to it. I went to bed with it. I mean, there was music shoved down my throat, and not in a bad way, but that was, I think, what got my mom through her times.
Yeah.
And I just that was the one thing that kind of gave me peace throughout all the chaos.
Yeah.
Was that music.
Something we have all talked about here several times is how the music can heal, and sometimes if you're in a bad way, it can make things worse,
Yes.
But it can have that healing or getting you out of the mental space that you're in to put you in a better.
Very much so.
So how long has Waco City been a thing?
So Waco City's only been a thing for like 2 years.
Okay.
We played in another band for like I want to say 8, 9 years. It was like 8, 9 years. We played in another band, and then my husband was like, "Okay, we can progress from this. We can move forward from this." So we decided to go out on our own and kind of do our own thing. So we created the band Waco City.
Okay. And are these all friends or just kind of people that you've brought in?
They're people that we brought in. I mean, they're definitely friends now.
Yeah.
But we met them just in our music circle. The music circle is really small, and we just met them. Like we did a benefit with our bass player, and that's how we met him.
Okay.
He's a retired school teacher, actually. So, and he plays bass, and he's just an all great guy. He's a great friend now. So,
That's great.
yeah,
So the growing up in chaos and
yes.
the living, just lack of peace. And
No peace.
I had a very abusive father. He wasn't necessarily a drinker. He was just not a great guy.
Yeah,
But so I understand, that giving you also your kind of, you talked about having a lack of confidence.
yeah,
Because I'm sure as he was angry, he says things to you that
yeah,
I still suffer from those things
yeah.
that he used to yell. It held me back starting this for a long time. I still find it impeding me.
Oh yeah,
So it resonated with me, just how that physical trauma and the yelling and all that stuff, it
it affects your whole life.
entire life. And
Mm-hmm.
I've really in the last few years that I've kind of realized these things, and
Yeah.
when I would go home at night, I would get, tensed up in my shoulders and stuff,
Oh
just
yeah,
because, you were coming home to that kind of deal. And
just the fear. Mm-hmm.
it's really crazy how
It was. It is.
yeah. So I guess Derek had to kind of push her out of her comfort zone to get this written.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, obviously she's talked to you about, her life and things like that, and it was just you, like, you have to make it a thing. I mean, was it you just kicking it like, hey, it's got to happen?
Oh, I was blown away by her story. I mean, through the years that she shared it, and I remember one time my mom showed me this singer, and she's like, "You gotta listen to her," and she's like, her story behind her life is even more powerful than her music, and I kind of listened to it, and I'm like, that's that's amazing, but I'm like, at the same token, Tammy's been through that, and I mean, her story is just right up there with that.
Yeah.
And I told her, I'm like, it's powerful, and the fact that you've overcome all those mountains, those obstacles in your life, and you are where you are today, and you're not carrying around a brown bag, with the bottle in it. It's a testament,
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, raising kids is hard.
Yeah.
Like that'll take it out of you in the first place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know how the support system was. If you had all the support, I wasn't there a lot for my wife. For the first few years of the kids, and it that did some work to her too. You know what I mean? Just my lack of being there and the lack of support I was giving her, and but I'm making the money, and this is what we do. And it's not, but that's what our parents raised us to think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after he did the pushing, you said it was in the video I saw on YouTube. You had said it was, you gave it up to God and told him he had to give you the words.
I did.
So,
I was very mad at my husband at the time because I kept thinking, I can't do it. I can't write this song. I mean, what is he expecting of me? And so I just remember being really mad at him. And he was at work, and we were like basically texting back and forth, And I went into the bedroom, I shut the door, and I just said, God, if you want me to write it, you're going to have to give me the words. And I wrote it in about 10 minutes. So, I mean, the words came quickly. They just flowed on the piece of paper. And then I showed him, he's the music, like he does the music. I have the words, and I know how I want it to go. I have the tune. So I'll sing it and he'll pick it out as I sing it. And so that's what we did. He came home that evening and we sat on the porch. We picked it out. He picked it out on the guitar, and we showed it to our friend, Lisa Larson from High Hill. And she said, "You got to record that song." I was like, "I can't record the song. I can't even make it through the song without crying."
Yeah.
And so eventually we just took her pushing, and we recorded that song at the Music Factory. And I mean, it's been a blessing.
Yeah. I am drawn to music when it's people telling their stories or putting their
Yeah.
pain out there.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, there's good music, but when it is expressing that pain and stuff like that, that's when
Yeah.
you know there's some. Everybody knows Jelly Rolls Save Me.
Exactly.
We've all felt that. You know what I mean? The first time I heard that, I was sitting by a fire drinking, of course, and that was not pretty. It was
Yeah.
not pretty.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sometimes it happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I would encourage you to take some of those stories and continue putting them into your music because it came out beautifully.
Thank you.
It
Yeah.
really did. Do you have any shows or anything lined up here in the future?
We do. We're actually playing tomorrow
Oh,
at
nice.
Elk City. We're
Okay.
playing
Ponderosa.
Pondalooza.
Yeah, the Pondalooza at the Ponderosa Bar and Grill.
Okay.
We're actually headlining that one.
That'll be sweet.
So that's 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock.
Yeah, 9 to
In
11.
the evening.
Okay.
So there's going to be bands from the early afternoon till the evening,
Yeah.
but we just play the 9 to 11 one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. That'll be good. That'll be a fun show. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome to start sending me some of your stuff too, and I'll help share and promote some of that stuff.
Okay.
And we'll even try to make it out to some shows.
All right.
We enjoy the music scene, and especially the local people. Trying to promote them, and especially when it's it does involve some life stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm trying to talk about is the
Real
thing.
life.
Yeah, the real
Yeah.
life. I'm
Real
not-
life happens.
Yeah, I don't live on TV or in
No.
this fantasy world.
No.
So
It's life.
let's talk about the struggles. Let's share those struggles, and hopefully they help other people.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, and that's where a lot of the people we have in here, their music is helping other people, and that's keep doing it.
That was
You
the
know?
whole point of the song. I told him if it could just help one person and give them hope, that it's going to be okay. That's how we came up with the name. Actually, it's all going to be okay.
Well, I am a I'm okay type of person. I mean, I've got
That's
that
right.
too. I that's what I keep telling myself is I'm okay, man. This is
It's okay.
I've been in worse places.
That's right.
So it's
That's right.
yeah, it can all be figured out if you just apply yourself and got to keep the positivity in some time. If you focus on that negative, it just becomes that.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And I remember I had that set at a very young age in my mind. I tell him the one memory that sets in my mind. My dad was an abusive alcoholic, and I had 3 older siblings. And I do remember them, going out and partying and all this stuff. And I remember walking out of Walmart just like it was yesterday. And I remember my mom was holding my hand. We were walking out of Walmart. I must have been about 12. And I looked at her and I said, "Mom, am I going to grow up to drink and smoke like my brothers and sisters?" And she looked at me. And I remember my mom just doing this big sigh. It was like, "Oh, probably." I'll never forget it. I mean, it stuck in my mind.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be like my dad. I don't want to be there. So, and whenever as friends, I know it sounds so stupid, but whenever I'd go out with my friends and they'd be drinking and they'd be like, "Oh, here, try this. It tastes like Kool-Aid." I would take a sip, and I never liked the stuff anyways, which I think was a blessing from God. I really do. But number 2, I'd always think to myself, I don't want to be like my dad.
Yeah.
And I would just, no, not going to do it. So, that's like when I said in the song, Mama's all but given in. I really think my mom was just mentally exhausted.
Checked out.
She was checked out. So, but she was all I had, and I love her to death, and I think she did the best she could with what she had. Um, I mean, I love that woman. She's got me through the best she could.
Yeah. No,
So.
my mother suffers some mental health stuff,
Yeah.
and I would say the same thing. She did the best she could. It wasn't great.
No.
There were Christmases without and things
Yes.
like that. The church did it for us or whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, I remember those.
She did what we could.
She did what she
we
could.
didn't
With
we
what
didn't
she
starve. Yeah, and can you imagine? I have like size 16 shoes. Could you imagine trying to buy those? Is this like single?
I know.
Wow.
And back then they didn't have all this stuff that they do today. I work at a public school. I see the stuff that they can help kids out with now. We didn't have that as kids. I mean, it was, you went to school in rags,
Yep.
Yeah.
and I did. Or I had hand-me-downs from my sister who was 4 years older, went through 2 kids already. I was wearing rags.
See, I got my dad's hand-me-downs, which was like a lot of like sleeveless shirts and like really short shorts.
Yeah.
And I went to school in a rough neighborhood, and
There you go.
those shorts were almost the death of me. You know what I mean? Like, I got made fun of for those shorts all the time.
But it's all you had.
But
you know?
yeah.
They did the best they could
Yeah.
with what they had. And that's what I say about my mom.
And you got to give them all the credit because they did
You
the best
do.
they could.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my mom walked 8 miles one way to get to work and
That's
8
right.
miles back
There's
just to support us kids.
There's not a lot of people that would do that today.
No.
There's not a lot of people that would think about doing that,
No.
today, let alone go
No.
through with it.
Wore out a pair of shoes just walking,
Yeah.
She'd walk with holes in her shoes just to get us, food on the table. And it wasn't much, let me tell you. Like, we didn't, I to this day, I wouldn't say I'm picky about what I eat, but we didn't have like steak and things like that. I mean, we were lucky to have a hot dog in our macaroni,
Right.
cereal and water. We didn't have milk. So, true stories.
No, I remember powdered milk and
Oh, yeah.
cow tongue.
We just didn't have it. So, grown up poor.
Yep. But no, keep doing what you're doing. Keep spreading your message. We would love to hear the next thing that you put out. How long was this been out? 7 months or so?
Since January 3rd. January 3rd.
Yes.
I released it.
Yeah,
And
so-
it just went, it went wild. I never expected that, but it did.
Yeah. Well, it was, and you were mostly kind of covering stuff before, right?
Yes.
That's everything I've seen on YouTube and
Yes.
stuff like that. Which is, there's no issues there.
No.
But for your first single to come out and be this,
Yes.
keep writing, lady.
Thank you. I've always wrote songs. I was just too timid to share them,
Yeah. Well, and that goes back to that, that's,
Oh, yeah.
lack of, I could do it, the lack of
Yeah.
your parents telling you could do it or whatever it was that I still wonder if I'm going to pull this off, and we've been doing it over a year and we're actually doing all right,
Doing great.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep it up. And if you got website or anything, go ahead and share your socials.
We have Facebook, right?
Yeah, that's the big one right now is facebook.com/Waco City.
Okay. And I'll share as soon as we probably get shut down and I get things put away, we'll end up sharing. I'll end up sharing the song, and I like to get you in the door first before I'm like, seriously, check it out. So, but really keep writing. I think the trauma has a story to tell, and I think it'll make you feel better getting it out too. That was part of me starting this, was knowing I'm bad at talking about things, and we don't always share everything that comes out of here, but you know what I mean? This has been my therapy, and yeah.
It is therapy.
It is.
And it helps.
It is. Every time I'm like, dang, do I need to go get back to work full time? And but I will lose my mind.
Yeah, exactly.
One or the other.
Yep. So yeah, keep doing it for you. And people will gravitate to it. I know they will.
Well, thank you.
So yeah, well, thank you for your time, and we'll talk again soon.
All right. Thank you.
Run it.
Come and jump in the ride, hop on the bus. We gon' slide, be outside when we pick you up. Take you to a place where you can open up your mind. Say what you gotta say, and nobody blinks an eye.